Good morning, folks. It's Steven. I'm out here in my backyard. It's starting to look like autumn in that there are leaves all over the place, and the ground is kind of a lighter shade of brown where the grass occasionally turns green. I'm out here in my back garden with my little statue of St. Francis. This came from my grandmother's garden. It lived in her garden for forever. And then when she was nearing the end of her life, she sent it down to me. And now it sits here in my yard on the stump of a massive pine tree that sadly got a beetle infestation, and we had to take it out a few years ago. So I just feel comfort as we approach the feast of St. Francis in a couple weeks, and as Francis presides over my back. The kitchen is a different story. Here in the kitchen, the presider is the Virgin of Guadalupe. So here's one. Holly and I picked this one up in Colombia, even though she's the patroness of Mexico. And I love the goofy, bright colors. I made a pretty gaudy stand for her to rest upon here in my kitchen. And then, lest we turn our back on the Virgin Mary, up here above the cabinets, we have a whole bunch of Virgin Marys, mostly Guadalupes. Let's see, there's a rubber one that's stretchy. There's a Virgin Mary doorknob. There's a Virgin of Gisalo, who is the patroness of bicycles in Italy. The regular old North American Virgin Mary. And then we also have Madonna up there, rounding out the mix. You can see that the Virgin Mary, in particular the Virgin of Guadalupe, wins the popularity contest in my household. This large one we bought in Quito, Ecuador, and I framed it myself. This occasionally comes to church on the Feast of the Virgin of Guadalupe in the middle of December. And then greeting people at the door, yet another Virgin of Guadalupe. She's very popular here. Up here you see the Sacred Heart of Jesus. That's full of symbolism that I don't really understand. This one we bought on a trip to Puerto Vallarta, and I just like the mix of roses, kitschiness, formality. It's just kind of a fun rendition of the female aspects of God. Out here at the entryway, it's a little tiny Virgin of Guadalupe. This one makes the dog bark. She's a door knocker. Friends brought us this from, I think from Guadalajara. Finally, this is Santa Clara. Holly and I picked her up down in Nicaragua in July when we went down for our 20th birthday. She is apparently mid-20th century from Guatemala, made of wood. And she is St. Francis's counterpart, and I wanted them to have some companionship together. Santa Clara is sitting in a box that I made out of a pine board, and then painted and sanded and drilled holes and sparkled and mirrored it up, kind of bedazzled it to make it as kitschy and goofy and campy and fun as possible. And at night, when the candles are lit, she kind of sparkles, which is fun. She's looking out on her friend Guadalupe here. As we approach the feast of St. Francis, it is formally on the 3rd of October. We will celebrate it on Sunday the 6th, and we'll do kind of a traditional, goofy California St. Francis celebration, which is animals, kids, joy, chaos, all in church. And as we do that, it is important to also remember that in addition to finding God everywhere, including in our dogs and cats, Francis found God especially in the poor and the downtrodden and lonely places, and sought to serve them as well as he could, and started a global movement to do that, which is really pretty amazing. So as we approach the feast of St. Francis, may you too find God everywhere, all around you, and may you also try to serve your neighbors who are a little less lucky than you, perhaps, by sharing your blessings with them. One way to do that would be to come on Saturday to our fundraising kickoff. We're going to be talking about how we share our blessings especially with our homeless neighbors, and we're going to be eating tacos. And then we will be talking about this theme for the next few weeks. I hope you all are well. God bless you. Okay, so here's the finished product. It's Santa Clara in a pine box with mirrors, candles, lots of holes, and glitter and metallic paint, and just kind of sparkling away here in my dining room.